Here we go, diving right back into it. Look, the price of gold, if you haven't been paying attention, reaching all-time highs here in the last few days. It is on the rise, is gold, into January 25 from January 24, up significantly. In the last year, gold has gone up about 35%. Over 5 years, 74%. It's been on the move and on the move lately. Joining me is Tom Coulson from Liberty Coin Service. They are the place to go in Michigan and globally for coins and gold and everything else you need. Tom, welcome back to the program.
Thank you, Steve. Good morning.
Good morning. Let's start with this price of gold. It was fairly flat for a while, but it's at 2784 plus today. That is, I think you said, an all-time high.
Yep, higher than it's ever been in terms of nominal dollars anyway. And yeah, it's been just slowly working its way up the last couple of months. So it's been a slow but steady increase.
All right, so what should I read into that? I'm looking at silver is also very strong today at 31 and a half. Silver, you've told me this in the past, still nowhere near its all-time high. Silver might be a stronger investment in some ways, but gold continues to perform very, very high. Why do you think this is?
I think people still are reacting to uncertainty, and I think it poses a asset that you can buy that just gives you security, makes you feel comfortable. In terms of the action I'm getting in the store, I was getting a lot of liquidation of gold over the past few months, and that's dried up a little bit now. And I'm starting to see people jumping back in here. So those two things kind of make me think that, yeah, there's some room to run here with gold. And I think this rally in terms of where it's gone and where it's going to is far from over.
You know, and just reflecting on the, it was below 2,100, got to about 2,000 in January 24, and now it's at, like we said, 2784. So, I mean, that is a significant jump, 35%, like I said, in a year. How long does this go on? I mean, in years past, you've told me, well, when it breaks this threshold, I expect this. What are you seeing today? Are we in uncharted territory?
It is, and that makes it a little bit harder to divine exactly where and how far it's going. There's no precedent, no charts you can look at to say there's support here, there's a ceiling here, although we're at an all-time high. So if we break over this number, we might be in new territory here if we close over this 2780 and hold there for a couple of days. In terms of market psychology, it seems like it's still a very healthy market to me. I'm not seeing the frenzied kind of activity that you get towards a market peak in gold. So just from the way the market's behaving in that respect, it doesn't seem to me like we're anywhere near a top.
So we got a long way to go to you. Silver the same way, by the way. Real quickly on silver, you've told me for a long time silver still a long way from its all-time high and has a lot of room to perform there. You still think that?
I still like silver. For whatever reason, demand is still fairly weak for it, and it seems like I'm getting still net liquidation on silver, so more people selling than buying to me. And it's a little bit of a head scratcher to me right now. I think silver will have better days. I'm confident it's going to take out its all-time high at some point, and it seems like the fundamentals are still there. It seems like there's new uses developing it for it all the time. It seems like there's still more uses or more silver being consumed than there are supplies of new silver coming onto the market. So all those things lead me to believe that silver is going to have brighter days.
All right. Well, as we enjoy here on the program, one of my favorite parts is coins at stevegruber.com. If you send us pictures of the coins you have, we can try to divine, as Tom says, the value. They're pictures. We can't be accurate, but we can ballpark it a little bit. The first one comes from Jamie in Florida. It's a Morgan silver dollar. Again, one of the most popular coins in American history. There she is. For those of you on streaming, you can see her there, 1896. She's been around. She's been in a few pockets and dropped on the ground once or twice. What do you make of it?
Well, that's an 1896, and if you see the back of it, it's from the San Francisco Mint. It's a little bit scarcer date, and that coin's about very fine condition, so it's a little more valuable than just your common Morgan dollars there. Without seeing it in person, I can't attest to whether or not it's been cleaned or has any issues like that. But, a nice uncleaned version of that coin is probably worth $150, $175 retail. So compared to a common date, which might bring $35. So a little bit scarcer date there.
So premium, $175. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to ask you about this in a second. But, okay, let's go on to the second coin here. Sarah from Michigan sent in what we call a wheatback penny. It's from 1928. I don't see a mint mark on it. I think that's going to tell us it's from Philadelphia. And Lincoln has lost his nose here. What am I looking at?
That's correct. I think it's just kind of the contrast there. I don't think his nose is actually gone, but this is the striations in here are what's interesting, and that's the what people call the wood grain effect, which you get on a lot of the early Lincoln cents from the 20th century, where the mint had a little bit of difficulty mixing the alloy in the planchet, so you
Right.
get these looking surfaces like that.
Oh, interesting. Make it valuable or not?
No, it doesn't make it particularly any more or less valuable. It's worth a few cents because they're fairly common, but it's something that's just an anomaly to those early Lincoln cents like that, where you see a lot of those with that wood grain finish.
All right, and real quickly, we got about 30 seconds here. Brad from Maine sent us a $1 a coin, that is. Tell us about this real quick. Sacagawea.
You got a 2000D Sacagawea dollar there. That one's fairly common, still just worth $1. There are varieties from 2000, I believe, all from the Philadelphia Mint that are worth something, such as the Wounded Eagle and the one that has the re-engraved tail feathers, and those are more valuable. But this particular one would be just a face value item there.
Send us your coins and your collectibles. Coins@stevegruber.com. Tom Coulson, knowledgeable in all sorts of collectibles at Liberty Coin Service in Lansing, Michigan. Look them up online. No matter where you are in the country, they can give you an opinion and let you know what they think. Tom, always appreciate you being here.
Thanks, Steve.
There you have it. Tom Coulson, Liberty Coin Service, here on the Steve Gruber Show.